here I am under Avina's beautiful, beautiful willow tree where we have 9 Bacopa plants that we grow. We grow them as an annual every year. And Bacopa is truly, I know I love many plants, but Bacopa is a very, very special plant for me. And I wanted to share a little bit about some of the things that I think are really valuable about Bacopa. And I've asked my dear friend Laura, who's here with me. Laura is also a wonderful, amazing plant person and farmer and poet. And so I'm going to share a little bit about Bacopa, about growing Bacopa, and some of the things that I really appreciate about Bacopa. And Laura is going to also share a little bit of her direct experiences about Bacopa. So this is a plant originally from India, and I think it's a very special plant that grows in places that are wet and damp. And so for us, we grow them. I put 1 seedling per pot in really good organic potting soil. I seed them, I put the seedlings in April, and I grow them in our greenhouse until June. And Bacopa is so succulent. You can see it's like this beautiful hair. Bacopa will just cascade over the pots with all these long succulent branches. And you can see in this pot, we trimmed them all. So all the pots, we just let them cascade over, and then we come and we trim them all. And this is the part that we make the fresh tincture from. And I love that you're getting to see the beautiful flowers, Bacopa. So this is not the Bacopa that people use in the kind of cultivated industry. This is a very, very wonderful plant valued in Ayurvedic tradition from India, and one that we can grow as an annual here. So we have done most of our harvest, and we made many, many gallons of fresh Bacopa tincture. And I wanted to say a few things that I really appreciate about Bacopa. I use a little bit every day. I take it in the morning time, and I have found Bacopa to really help to kind of quiet and calm my mind. And I have found it to be an herb that's really helpful for me, both in the busyness of being a full-time herb farmer, in the summertime where there's lots to think about and lots to do, and even at times stress, like when we have too much rain or not enough rain and it's hot and there's so much to do. Bacopa, if I'm using it regularly, I feel like really quiets my mind and really allows me to have clearer focus, helps me to remember a little bit more, so helping to support my memory. And also, I love to learn, so I always call upon Bacopa to help me in anything that I'm studying and learning, and helping me to remember what it is that I'm learning or reading. And really, Bacopa, that ability to just calm the mind and allow a more meditative state of mind to be kind of how I'm living in my more regular life. I think Bacopa has been really, really helpful for me. And also, Bacopa is really connected to the nervous system. So when there's stress, anxiety, the mind even feels agitated and turbulent, there might be a lot of external things going on in the world that really create a sense of agitation and anxiety. Bacopa is one that can be safely used long term to really bring ease and a sense of peacefulness to the mind. So I love this plant, and I'm so happy Laura is willing to share some of her experiences.
I had never known Bacopa before this past fall, when I got pretty badly bonked on the head, and I was having a lot of murkiness of mind. It sort of felt like my head was a overheated old computer, and I was having trouble. I was really having a lot of trouble, and I told Deb about this feeling I was having, and she offered me some Bacopa tincture. And my experience with Bacopa was immediate. That I used some at the moment that she gave it to me, and we were then supposed to be sitting and listening to a kind of a long speech. And before, in the weeks leading up to that speech, I hadn't been able to really concentrate on anything, and I found myself just sitting on the ground and able to really listen for the first time in weeks. It was a real kind of from the above easing of the overheated feeling in my brain, and I kept it up with Bacopa all winter and into the spring, and it's really been a sort of daily easing of the murkiness and high pitch in my head after that experience that I had. So I'm really grateful to this plant, and I have found it to be a real companion in meditation and easing the overheat of my brain, my mind.
Yeah. Yay. So grateful. Yeah, so happy to hear Laura's experiences. And I think that all the times that we can just share with one another the things that we learn with the plants and from the plants and from people who love the plants. So that's why Laura and I wanted to share with you our love of Bacopa, and just to say that you can find Bacopa seed. If you're somebody who wanted to grow some, you also can, in the springtime for us in the North Country, you can order seedlings actually from either Richter's. They are a medicinal herb and seed and plant place up in Canada. So Richter's is one place you can get Bacopa seedlings. Also, I have gotten certified organic Bacopa seedlings from Strictly Medicinals out in Oregon. So this is a plant that we grow as an annual every year, and I just really, really value this plant.